अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग तो why not मेरी जान.
Nidamanuru and Van Beek, the next two batsmen to come, and then we're into the tail. So a lot of responsibility on these two players. They've got to bat for a long time to get the Dutch into some sort of position. Selfies galore. And as we predicted, Haris Rauf coming back, operating once again from the pavilion end. Very impressive opening spell.
Cleaned up Max O'Dowd earlier on. Average speed 88 miles an hour. That's good gas, good wheels, as they say in the professional game. No slip and play. 5 men inside the ring. Watch out for your stumps, Baz the later. Oh. The end of Max O'Dowd. It's a pretty full ball, to be fair. I think Max O'Dowd will be sitting back in the sheds thing. That's a half volley. Doesn't quite get his momentum and head into the line of ball. I reckon if Max O'Dowd is a very good player, is facing that ball in a bowling machine, he's going to commit to that ball and crunch that through the extra cover region.
Well, we're at the VOC in Rotterdam, and the mascot, or the emblem on the flag of VOC, is the bloodhound. And there's a very interesting story behind that emblem. Apparently in the early 1920s, VOC were playing in a football final, and they came very close to winning it and ended up on the losing side. And the following day, in the media, one of the newspapers said that even though VOC were on the wrong end of the result, they played like bloodhounds. And, well, the name stuck. So they've been the bloodhounds for the last 100 years.
I tell you, if I had a seat, I'd be on the edge of it right now.
Yes, that's all. It's a tough school, isn't it?
I told you on Tuesday, leave the jokes to me.
It's not a joke, it's the truth.
Good band all the same, the Bloodhound Gang. Back in the 90s. Slip in play. That fielder was at mid-on. He heard Brian Murgatroyd's story and he ran to slip.
Oh, that's great. Great work from Shadab at short extra cover. He's very close in there. Had the reactions of a cat.
Yeah, half volley. Scott Edwards getting good momentum into the stroke. Very good Shadab. All-round cricketer, three-dimensional cricketer. Bat, ball, field. Sought after around the world, Shadab Khan, in the franchise circuit. Very good opening spell by Haris Rauf. Good pace, 88 mile an hour average speed. The line is very good, just banging away at a good length. Very rarely goes too full. And that wicket ball, Max O'Dowd in the slot, almost half volley like. Very, very good Haris Rauf, always attacking, always looking for poles.
Good comeback over from the big quick, just 2 runs from it. And Dutch 121 for 4.
Pepsi काफी strong हो गई है ना? Yeah. नहीं Pepsi, अब और भी ज़्यादा strong. तो why not मेरी जान?
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
बोनस तो मिल गया और टायर घिस गए।
सर्विस टायर्स लगाओ, ये चलते हैं आम टायर के मुकाबले में 40% तक ज्यादा। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या
नई पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान।
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज। More chips.
I mentioned earlier about Mohamed Nawaz. His opening spell on Tuesday was 6 overs for 18. He's into his 6th over now, 1 for 19. They need to find a way of getting on top of him a little bit more, the Dutch, don't they?
Well, Scott Edwards will be sweeping. Good chance this ball or the next ball, Scott Edwards, the Netherlands captain, is going to get that brush out and sweep it. One of the best sweepers going around the game.
Scott Edwards loves a sweep, and he'll sweep on length. He won't sweep on line.
Oh, it's a beauty. More spin. Though Harris Rep very wet in front of that screen. A lot of water yesterday afternoon. A lot of rain fell and off the covers. This is a beauty.
Relatively new to the crease, you could make an argument for saying there should be a slip in there, but there's a slip here. There. That could have been nasty.
Yeah, it could be nasty. It could be calf, Achilles. A lot of rain yesterday. Yeah, no slip in play. Slightly surprising.
There is the reverse sweep. Just tell us, Niall, what that means when a batsman sweeps on line, sweeps on length rather than line.
Well, when you're sweeping on length, you can sweep from any part of the ground. Scott Edwards, when he plays a reverse sweep, just keep an eye on this as the game goes on. He keeps his bat very low. He doesn't pick his bat up at all when he goes on a reverse sweep. We saw that earlier in the summer. So when you want to sweep on length, generally when you're practicing your sweep shot with your coach at the indoor, he'll throw the ball on length, and it gives you the chance to get down and sweep as opposed to the line. If you start sweeping on line, it takes a whole different equation because you've got to work out where your off stump is as opposed to nailing the length. That's my sweep length, about 4 meter length, as opposed to 6 meter where pacers are trying to bowl. Beauty, Nick, gone!
Edwards is thinking about a review. He's going to have a chat with his partner. He's either nicked it or he hasn't. And he knows he's got the outside edge, and so he's on his way.
Well, this is brilliant from Mohamed Nawaz. He's just starting to turn it nicely. Last 2 or 3 overs, just seeing the ball grip. Have a listen to this. Yeah, Nick, definite Nick. Mohamed Rizwan knows it straight away. Nawaz knew it. Umpire Goff, the most important man. Finger up, he knew it. Captain's got a for 5. Netherlands 125 for 5.
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की proudly made in Pakistan squad performance body spray तो फिर देर किस बात की join the squad
जी सर सर्विस टायर्स चाहिए ये ले लें आपके पैसे बचेंगे
जिंदगी बचाना ज्यादा जरूरी है सर्विस कहाँ है सर्विस ही दो ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना
नई पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान।
बोनस तो मिल गया और टायर घिस गए।
सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ। ये चलते हैं आम टायर के मुकाबले में 40% तक ज्यादा। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
तमाम बैंक इस्लामी कस्टमर्स हासिल करें फ्री चेकबुक, पे ऑर्डर्स, ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग और इंटरबैंक फंड्स ट्रांसफर की सहूलत। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकी, मोर चिप्स इन एवरी बाइट।
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा, हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की। Proudly made in Pakistan. Squad Performance Body Spray. तो फिर देर किस बात की? Join the squad.
And the end of Scott Edwards' golden run. 4 half centuries in a row in one-day international cricket, with just 5 today. A lot of pressure on these two batsmen now. Piers Fletcher back in the commentary position alongside me, and Piers, it's going to be difficult for these two, isn't it, to know whether to stick or twist, because if they go and become too expansive, they risk getting out, and there's so many overs still to go in this innings.
Last two recognised batsmen at the crease, so they've got a big job. Set up this final last 10 overs. Maybe that middle overs shortens because of these last two batters.
Pulled away beautifully by Deleda. The outfield slow on this side of the ground. That'll be checked to see whether that's gone for 4. Salman Aliaga out there at deep mid-wicket.
Sure.
Timing from Deleda, but
slow it down here. Slow it down. The ball hasn't touched the boundary.
It's going to be 4. That hand
we have a different angle to show
touching
me.
the rope there, if not his knee. Different angle though.
Yeah, probably.
My initial impression was that that's gone for 4. Some part of Salman Aliaga's body is touching the rope.
Well, yeah, we got one more angle. Yeah, please. Thank you.
This is the angle that might show us the most, I think.
Okay, the ball hasn't touched the boundary as yet. Hasn't touched. No, can you slow it down? No, I don't see the boundary move from this angle. Do you have a different angle to show me, please? Well, we've synced it up. Okay. Yeah, slow it down here. Yeah. Move forward, move forward.
Glad I'm not Rizwan Akram trying to adjudicate on this one.
No, I don't see the boundary move.
His hand's touching the rope there as he's got the ball in his hand. We'll see. Apparently not. Runs.
Nidamanuru then to face his first ball. A little bit of pressure on Teja Nidamanuru as well, because after that half century, 58 not out from 51 balls against the West Indies at VRA in May, he's not set the heather alight.
No, so he came in and, like I said, had a beautiful start to his. Very hard to get himself in the side, but he has struggled at runs of late. Big job, this finisher role for the Dutchman.
Oh, and he's caught down the leg side, Nidamanuru. Afra Dutt to go. An absolute strangle. Haris Rauf gets the success. Not in the orthodox manner, but a really good catch by Mohammad Rizwan.
Haris Rauf, he's been absolutely on fire. But actually not online, but Nidamanuru does well just to get any bat on it. Rizwan behind the stumps. Haris Rauf, slight signal to his fast bowling partner, Shaheen Shah there. Nidamanuru departs on none. Netherlands now 128 for.
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकी।
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप total loss. सर्विस टाइल्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ।
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। Biscotti chocolate chip cookies. More chips in every bite.
Logan van Beek coming in at number 8. Played pretty well a couple of days ago. Made 28 from 24 balls. This is why he's here.
Yeah, an offline delivery from Harris Ralph, and Manuru just trying to tickle it down to finally the four. Could only tickle as far as Mohammed Rizwan's gloves. Quite a big spike there in the end. That's what happens sometimes when you're out of form and you're looking for a boundary. Just things don't quite go for you. He absolutely guts today. A long time to bat in front of him. But now that innings turns to, again, another salvage job. Dutch did so well to get back in this fixture. And the wickets of Cooper, Edwards, and now Nida Manuru just sets the Dutch back once more.
Yes, they lost 3 for 8 at the start of the innings. And now they've lost 3 for 11 in this run.
The Dutch have been guilty of giving up these strong positions throughout the home summer. Getting themselves in places where, okay, they may have been in trouble, but then get themselves back in the contest. They've almost knocked themselves back out again.
Another successful over for Harris Ralph. That's 2 in succession for him. And the Dutch 128 for 6.
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
Biscotti chocolate. It's special inside.
सर्विस टायर्स की क्वालिटी पूरी दुनिया ने मानी। 40 से ज्यादा
22 years of age. Later in Logan van Beek. A lot of work to do here. Generally what happens in the
Playing a miss.
just shows you what confidence can do. Ability to run in and understanding that the surface has a little bit in it, but still being able to hold true, not looking to go searching. That's what we saw on that Hawkeye. Being able to pitch the ball in the same spot, allowing the ball to turn when it does, and able to zip on and hit those pads.
Well, he's got it on a string at the moment.
He's been outstanding. He's come on. Followed Mohammed Wasim Jr. from that far end, and he's just strung it up, as you've mentioned, Brian, and the ball's in beautiful areas that slip in now. He'll be waiting. He'll have his hands ready for a next.
Well, the turn that we're seeing from Mohamed Nawaz will... an overthrow. Harris Rauf there with the throw, not gathered by Rizwan. No wonder it wasn't gathered. Closer to the batsman. Closer to the same batsman than it was to the keeper.
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज़्यादा strong. तो why not मेरी जान?
जी सर, सर्विस टायर्स चाहिए, ये ले लें, आपके पैसे बचेंगे।
जिंदगी बचाना ज्यादा जरूरी है। सर्विस कहाँ है? सर्विस ही दो। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी? सर्विस टायर्स की क्वालिटी पूरी दुनिया ने मानी। 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट होने वाला पाकिस्तान नंबर 1 एक्सपोर्ट टायर ब्रांड है सर्विस।
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के। तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा आने दे। गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
Off stump for the second match in a row. Cooper caught and bowled with a ball that stuck in the pitch. Edwards, a little feather from a ball that turned just enough. Nidamanuru strangled down the leg side. In fact, we're going to have some drinks now. So the drinks break called, 30 gone, and the Netherlands 130 for 6.
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
जी सर, सर्विस टायर्स चाहिए, ये ले लें, आपके पैसे बचेंगे।
जिंदगी बचाना ज्यादा जरूरी है। सर्विस कहाँ है? सर्विस ही दो। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी?
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा। हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की। Proudly made in Pakistan. Squad Performance Body Spray. तो फिर देर किस बात की? Join the squad.
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इम्प्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस। सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ।
तमाम बैंक इस्लामी कस्टमर्स हासिल करें फ्री चेकबुक, पे ऑर्डर्स, ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग और इंटरबैंक फंड्स ट्रांसफर की सहूलत। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
सर्विस टायर्स की क्वालिटी पूरी दुनिया ने मानी। 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट होने वाला पाकिस्तान नंबर 1 एक्सपोर्ट टायर ब्रांड है सर्विस।
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले हवा आने दे गर्मी भगा ठंड रख स्प्राइट
सर्विस टायर्स की क्वालिटी पूरी दुनिया ने मानी 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट होने वाला पाकिस्तान नंबर 1 एक्सपोर्ट
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना
नहीं पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
या नहीं पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना
नहीं पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान
फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले हवा आने दे गर्मी भगा ठंड रख स्प्राइट
You are. That's how hard the surface is. And here it is.
That's been stuck in that shed for a long time. No club cricketers ever asked for the pitch to be stamped down. So poor old Renee, he's going to have to go and get that fixed. So I assume the Dutch bowlers will want the same again.
Smart guy.
Off to the tool shed. Selfie first, though. Well, he's a big figure in world cricket, actually, René van Eerschot, because he was formerly chairman of the KNCB, and as a result, he became a director of the ICC in the mid-2000s. So I've known him for many years through that role.
I've known him for many years because he's my landlord. He's a brilliant man, René van Eerschot, also now current chairman of VOC, so he's not just the groundsman here, he also is the chairman of both the football and the cricket departments, so there is a balancing act here in the Netherlands that he does have, so loves to be able to spend his time out in the middle, but he also spends a lot of time in the boardroom too, so yeah, he's really enjoyed having these games here. Always loves having international cricket here. Lazy fielding at mid-on there. Otherwise, just not quite aware. Slater able to scramble through. Takes him one away from 50 here. There he is, the man in front of us. What have you done there, Renee?
Broken my elephant leg.
He was here 6 a.m. this morning, 6 a.m. yesterday, 6 a.m. the previous few days, so it's hard work. End of the over then. 31 gone, 134 for 6.
स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है ना
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान.
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा. हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की. Proudly made in Pakistan. Squad Performance Body Spray. तो फिर देर किस बात की? Join the squad.
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस. सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ.
स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है ना
50 for Bas de Leede. It's his second 50 in one-day international cricket, his second 50 of the international summer here in the Netherlands as well, in one-day internationals too. He got 56 against England at the VRA. Bear in mind as well, he got 2 half-centuries in the 2020 international series against New Zealand. So he's in prime form at the moment.
Yeah, very well played, Bas de Leede. He's been excellent again today. He's soaked up a lot of pressure. Got that chance early. That dropped it, slipped on naught, so he's made him pay.
Fifth highest run scorer in the 2022 top classer as well. Captains his side, VCC. This is his one-day international summer here in the Netherlands. Strike rate, he still needs to improve that, no question about that.
Ever developing as Bas de Leede. You've definitely seen him come of age over the last 6-7 months. He has been very, very hard at work on his game. Since that series that you were in Qatar, we've obviously seen him struggling against his ability now to try and manoeuvre the ball a bit more. We're seeing that. On top of that, we're also seeing his bowling come to the fore, being trusted with 10 overs on Tuesday, now batting regularly at 4 in this lineup. Yeah, he's a man that has immense potential and is starting to realise it.
End of the over, 32 gone, 137 for 6.
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलीशियस बॉन्ड. बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज. More chips in every bite.
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान.
स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है ना
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान.
Service tires
Can time.
football still looks big, eh?
Logan van Beek on strike now at the end of this summer. I understand he's likely to be heading to India with New Zealand A. And then, of course, comes the 2020 World Cup in Australia after that. Pulled and very fortunate in the end. He didn't find mid-wicket. Fielder there, Fakazaman.
Because the Leiden needs someone in support of him if the Dutch are going to get anything competitive on the board.
Yes, they'll have readjusted their sights, I'm assuming. We were talking around 280 before play got underway. You'd have thought now 250 maybe?
I mean, look, middle over is going to extend. So what we mean by that is, you know, that over 40, you look to sort of power hit in the last 10 overs, but with the amount of wickets lost, those overs are going to reduce. It's going to be a lot more of middle over batting, a lot more of noodling ones, a lot more of taking your time and probably only being able to attack those last 4 or 5.
Ball a little bit softer now, and also Nazim Shah operating from this pavilion end where we've seen that more a quicker carry that he's had from the airport end. Shout for LBW. I have to say, that looked to me as though it was heading down leg side.
10 seconds.
And Babar Azam says, OK, we'll go upstairs.
PV umpire to director, give a player a review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I've checked the front on first, please. Looks close to the bet. I would like to have Ultrach to confirm if there was bet or no bet. Clear gap between bat and pad. Yeah. Can I have ball tracking when available? Original decision is not out. Pitching outside off. Impact umpire's call. Wickets missing. Nathan, you can stay with your decision. Stand by. Stand by. You can signal now.
I have to say, live action, it looked a very hopeful appeal, and the review confirmed that. That was a very poor review by Pakistan.
Yeah, almost in a review of desperation. And 140 for 6, the Dutch. I don't know if that was quite necessary. Even though that could come back to bite them later on in this innings.
Good stride forward by Van Beek. End of the over, 33 gone, 140 for 6.
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलीशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, मोर चिप्स इन एवरी बाइट।
फासला रखें, वरना जाया हो जाएगा। दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा आने दे, गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा, हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की। Proudly made in Pakistan, squad, performance, bodies.
T20 World Cup qualifiers. They took place in Zimbabwe in July, and they won 4 of those 5 matches, including the all-important semi-final against the USA. So as a result of that, the Dutch are on their way to Australia in October. So even though the bare facts there suggest it's been a poor summer for the Dutch, actually it's been anything but, because there's been a lot of potential and promise shown in those matches they've lost as well here in the Netherlands.
Yeah, a lot of learnings taken from those 6 ODIs prior to that World Cup qualifier. The experience of playing high-level quality opposition, something that you cannot replicate. Against the West Indies, having been in the coaching staff for that series, was one of disappointment and frustration. They felt like they should have competed more as the Dutch. They should have been able to probably be able to scrape one victory somewhere along the line there. Talked a little bit about that loss they had earlier on.
Well, there were 2 games against the West Indies, wasn't there? There was game 2, where I think they had the West Indies 99 for 5 and missed a vital run out, and then there was game 3 where they were chasing 300 to win, and they were something like 160 for 2 and could comfortably have got across the line, but
that's what we talk about when those those opportunities missed. Against England, okay, that was a bit of a ferocious and powerful. They kind of struggled against sort of the ability of how to bowl to players of such caliber. At the end of 34 overs, Netherlands 142 for 6.
बोनस तो मिल गया और टायर घिस गए। सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ, ये चलते हैं आम टायर के मुकाबले में 40% तक ज्यादा। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, more chips in every bite.
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा, हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की। Proudly made in Pakistan, Squad Performance Body Spray. तो फिर देर किस बात की? Join the squad.
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
Nazim back into the attack, replacing Nazim Shah.
Looking back at this international summer, those 2 T20s against New Zealand, second game they were thoroughly outclassed. Mitchell Santner played an absolutely superb innings, came in at number 3. But at that game 1, they definitely had chances in that one also. Shot by Delader. Haven't seen that very often from him today. He's generally got in good positions, let the ball come to him. Sort of a bit of a stabby shot, trying to access that ball to third man, but his inability to the ball. That's that slight tailback. That's that real Pakistan trait of that slightly collapsed wrist inwards that allows that seam. Some movement off the ball throughout the innings.
I was chatting with some of the players and also match in the light of the first game on Tuesday. I think it was identified that Mohamed Wasim was the bowler who was probably getting more reverse swing than anyone else in that previous encounter. 9 overs, 1 for 55 on Tuesday. Oh, there's an appeal for a run out. Initially, Mohamed Wasim was appealing for LBW. He then reacted quite quickly to throw the stumps down, and in fact, we're going upstairs.
TV umpire to director. There's the umpire view for run out. Can I have your side on angle, please? Just keep on rolling, keep on freeze that. Yeah, I'm ready with my decision. My decision is not out. I repeat, not out.
Just Michael Goff making sure there Van Beek had grounded his bat beyond the line, which clearly he did. And in the end, they got 2 overthrows.
So that desperation from Van Beek. Big dive back in. Take the little 2 runs as well. Little misfield down there by Nassim Shah. And he was backing up.
Easy. No!
Kush still out on the deep backward point boundary. I think that will have to be looked at by the third umpire. It's all happening out there in this over. Desperate effort to get back by Delader at the non-strikers end. 35 gone, 148 for 6.
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, more chips in every bite.
It's a kind of magic.
क्या स्टाइल है?
Leg spinner Shadab operating from the airport end.
It's been tidy in his first 8 overs. He's going back to finish his spell. Looking for a wicket. He's bowled pretty well today. Couple of short balls that has been punished. Big period of the game for the Dutch.
That's now Delader's highest score in one-day internationals, going past the 56 he made against England in June.
Happy.
Having to be very watchful here, the Dutch, because if they lose another wicket here, they really are in a terrible situation. These two, the last really recognised batters, so just can't take any chances, really. End of the over, 5 runs from it, 36 gone, 153.
सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, more chips in every bite.
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है
है ना? Yeah. नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग तो why not मेरी जान?
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की proudly made in Pakistan squad performance body spray तो फिर देर किस बात की join the squad
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस मगर ग्रिप total loss service
Short Basleda wants nothing to do with it. Mohammed Wasim, 89 miles an hour. Well, a little bit of movement out there, a little bit of movement in the air. We've got Pierce Fletcher alongside me talking about reverse swing. Over to you, sir.
Not something I was particularly adept at, but something I can potentially talk to a little bit in terms of the fact of what Mohammed Wasim's doing. So because of the way he releases the ball, you see how my wrist is on a slight tilt. Come back to it. See that? And we'll see that wrist comes out on a slight angle. So when the ball comes out, it allows the ball to just tail back in towards the right-handed batter and away from the left-hander. Generally, that means that one side of the ball is a little bit heavier than the other, and it just means that the weight of the ball allows the ball to tail back in.
And also will take the batter by surprise. So the batter will be expecting the ball to go the other way. Happens a lot. Subcontinental, abrasive conditions. And you fast bowlers will often be very particular about who holds the ball from keeper back to the bowler, because if you've got sweaty hands, they say stay away from the ball. If you someone who sweats a lot, why is that?
Yeah, you want the ball as dry as possible one side, and then allow one side to be as shiny as possible. So again, those guys will be your non-sweaters, and then again being able to get that one side as heavy as possible, and that one side as light as possible, just to imbalance the delivery. So you'll see ball generally, and with that in mind, back in towards those right-handed batters. Mohammed Wasim's been a very good exponent of it, both in PSL and now here in this ODI series. So he'll be tasked with that job full and straight.
And some bowlers will find it a lot easier than others. Is that action, or is that, wrist position as you spoke about? It makes it easier for certain bowlers.
Yeah, wrist position a big one for me when it comes to it. You generally see the guys that are slightly slingier. They allow the ball to just come on that slight tilt, and then it allows the ball just to travel back in a little bit. You don't generally see it come from a straight upright position. You generally see it come from a slightly side-on position because it allows that ball just to slide.
Well, just as we got a great demonstration, Mohammed Wasim slides one back in, nearly through the gate. 156 for 6.
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा। दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले, हवा आने दे, गर्मी भगा, ठंड रख, स्प्राइट।
Competitive. Shut up to continue. Good turn today. Used surface, dry surface, although we had a lot of rain yesterday. Ground staff doing a good job, but there's been considerable turn by the spinners from Pakistan.
Seeing how much shut-ups turned it, I've got to be honest, I'm a bit disappointed the Dutch haven't gone for that bold option and gone for the leg spinner. Just an opportunity today, especially on this wearing surface, to get him into the game.
Slip in play. Logan Mabate goes down the ground. It's high. It's not very far. It's a simple catch in the deep. Nasim Shah in the action. Van Beek holds out.
Trying to take the game to Pakistan. Shut up in his final over. Got to ask the question, was it the option at this stage of the game? 6 wickets down. Only in the 38th over. Nowhere near the ball. Threw his hands through it nonetheless, and quite a simple catch for Nasim Shah down there at long off. The Dutch lose Logamibik for 13. 157 for 7.
स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
It's special inside.
बोनस तो मिल गया और टायर घिस गए। सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ, ये चलते हैं आम टायर के मुकाबले में 40% तक ज्यादा। ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी।
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, मोर चिप्स इन एवरी बाइट।
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस। सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ।
स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
तमाम बैंक इस्लामी कस्टमर्स हासिल करें फ्री चेकबुक, पे ऑर्डर्स, ऑनलाइन बैंकिंग और इंटरबैंक फंड्स ट्रांसफर की सहूलत। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
61. Shut up, Khan. Last over, taking his first pole.
Okay, Vic, the man to be dismissed. Nicely flighted, a beautiful length there by Shut Up Khan. He's drawn the batter out, trying to take the pressure on, trying to take the game on, but just caught it long off.
No! Yeah, don't mind it. Its execution wasn't right, but I think the thought process was fine. No point batting out the next 45 minutes to an hour, 1 or 2 and over. Something around 200 is not going to win you the game. Logan Van Beek's a good striker of the ball, just didn't quite get it out of the screws. Successful over for the VC, Shut Up Khan. He's done and dusted with ball today. 10 overs, 1 for 41, 158 for 7.
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस। सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ।
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है ना? या नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
इरादा फौलाद जैसा और जज्बा चट्टान जैसा। हम कदर करते हैं तेरे इस जुनून की। Proudly made in Pakistan. Squad Performance Body Spray. तो फिर देर किस बात की? Join the squad.
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रॉन्ग हो गई है ना? या
Bit back in the day. Yeah, Tim Pringle's just been awarded his first contract with Northern Districts, based out of Hamilton. Very proud mum and dad at the back of the commentary box. Good cricketer. Tells me he's going to be an all-rounder, so let's hope there's some fireworks this afternoon with bats in hand. Nice finger spinner, ever present for the Netherlands most this summer. Oh, did he nick it? I think there may have been an inside edge, just saved Baz Delayed, yes. Mohammad Wasim, reverse swing.
About that reverse swing, just tail back in, didn't it? But yeah, a little inside edge for Bastelader. To see it travel from that outside off stump line, and it went very, very late. Delader lucky to get a little bit about it. Speaking about Pringle, Noel, averaging 31 in the top class of this year. He's playing at the Harsasay Club. He's been, his father played there in yesteryear. He's gone back and continued the family tradition.
good to see the family tradition carrying on. His father played one game for the Netherlands. Plenty of cricket for New Zealand, of course. You're talking about this reverse swing. What about cross-seam deliveries? You see a lot of bowlers nowadays in one-day cricket bowling cross-seam. What's the benefit for that?
Yeah, that will allow the ball, when it hits that seam nice and hard, when we get that ball cross-seam, it allows the ball to... And that's the... Well, we'll talk about after this delivery.
Close, is it leg side? I think they might have a look at this. I reckon Nitin Bhati thinks it's going down leg. Babar might be interested. Similar to Tuesday. Did tail back in quite late. Just sliding down.
Yeah, that reverse swing once more, just tailing down the leg side, but beautiful, beautiful use of it.
I'll tell you, he's sweating for a run here, Tim Pringle. That's out. Must be out. Must be out. Well, that's definitely going upstairs. Definitely going upstairs. They won't even think twice about that. Muhammad Wasim saying, Baba, please send it upstairs. Review taken.
Third umpire to director. We have a player review for LBW. On-field decision is not out. I've checked the front foot. It's a fair delivery. Can I have the front on first, please? Yes, all right. Let's keep on moving. Yeah, I would like to confirm with Ultrage if there was bat or no bat. Yeah, standbys, waiting for Ultrage. Yes, waiting for Ultrage. Okay, Ultrage coming up. Flat line, flat line, flat line, flat line. Yeah, freeze that. Okay, move it back. Couple of there's clear gap. The spike is bat hitting the ground. Okay, move forward, forward. Yeah, just hit it back. Yeah, I'm satisfied. No bat involved. Can I have ball tracking when available? Original decision is not out. Impact in line. Wickets hitting. Nathan, you need to reverse your decision. Stand by. Stand by.
Well,
You can signal
Bati's
now.
going to overturn his not out because that was absolutely stone dead in front. And for Tim Pringle, well, the duck you saw on the screen, double it up. That's 2 and 2. 159 for 8.
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
सर्विस टायर्स की क्वालिटी पूरी दुनिया ने मानी। 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट होने वाला पाकिस्तान नंबर 1 एक्सपोर्ट टायर ब्रांड सर्विस।
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज। More chips in every bite.
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या नई पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान।
बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट, it's special inside. जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज। More chips in every bite.
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नई पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान।
Pat's looking for LBW. manages to just keep it out. That's an excellent over. Mohammed Wasim, good pace, 159 for 8.
बैंक इस्लामी वन टच बैंकिंग से करें ट्रांजैक्शंस अपने थंब इंप्रेशन से, वो भी बिना एटीएम कार्ड और चेकबुक के। बैंक इस्लामी, सर्विंग यू द राइट वे।
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
सर्विस टायर्स की क्वालिटी पूरी दुनिया ने मानी। 40 से ज्यादा ममालिक में एक्सपोर्ट होने वाला पाकिस्तान नंबर 1 एक्सपोर्ट टायर ब्रांड सर्विस।
जब ढेर सारे चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, मोर चिप्स इन एवरी बाइट।
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना?
नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
Ari and Dat, tell us, can he stick with Baz later? Can he hit strengths?
That's what he believes anyway. Very, very talented young man, was in the under-19s last year, batted 5. So, but a very different challenge here against a world-class Pakistan lineup.
Should be a couple. Baz later should keep as much strike as possible, yeah. Nice.
Former club teammates, these two. Are end up having left now, so should be quite a depth of batting with each other, but that piece of running could well have seen him gone.
Well, you mentioned Tim Pringle was having a good season with the bat in the top classer. This is the end. This is Ari and Dutt. This is poor running. If you're watching at home, kids, this is not how you run, especially slide. Is he having a good season in the top classer with bat in hand?
He's moved clubs from Forberg Creek Club alongside Busseletta to the Peter Boring coach and led VRA. And he's averaging 23 this season, so I said the last man was averaging 31. This man's averaging 23. Not sure what that's telling us.
Slip in play. Very nearly into the action straight away. Streaky. Should just be a single.
Mohamed Nawaz has had. He's showing all his guile, all his line and length. Beautifully well bowled today.
Frustrating though for the Netherlands, I think. The 2 games against left arm orthodox, something you face day in, day out. When you come up against the larger nations, the better teams, shall we call them, you will face pace bowling you're not accustomed to. That's understandable. You might come up stuck against 90 mile an hour plus or quality wrist spin. Left arm finger spin, these Netherlands batters will play week in, week out. And the fact that Nawaz has been able to keep them in check will be disappointing for Captain Edwards and co. Squirts through. Delaney will keep strike. 40 overs bowl, 164 for 8.
जब ढेर सारी चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, मोर चिप्स इन एवरी बाइट।
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या नहीं पेप्सी, अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग। तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान?
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस। सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ।
जब ढेर सारी चॉकलेट चिप्स क्रंची कुकीज में मिले, बन जाए एक डिलिशियस बॉन्ड। बिस्कॉनी चॉकलेट चिप कुकीज, मोर चिप्स इन एवरी बाइट।
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप total loss. Service टाइल्स लगवाओ और रोड ट्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ.
पेप्सी काफी स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना? या नई पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग. तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान.
Talented squad here. Pakistan. Mohammad Rizwan keeping wicket. Keeper that's hot on his tails. Man in the middle there, Mohammad Harris. They call him Google back in Pakistan because he knows everything. Yes, you do, sir. We had a good bit of banter this morning. Our good friend in Pakistan, Bazid Khan, gave me a little nugget of information. Keeper extraordinaire, character, very knowledgeable young man. Leg side. Leg side. Made his debut in the one-day series against West Indies not so long ago. Played as a specialist batter, and he's very highly regarded. And if you troll through social media and you read reports from every source of Pakistan, there's a little bit of pressure on Mohammad Rizwan for runs in the ODI format. T20 and Test cricket, none so. This young keeper batter is hot on his heels.
Exceptional today. And again, we're just seeing that tail back. Seeing two balls pitched up in the right zone, and that third one, that Yorker length. No doubt that was ever missing the stumps. I think Pringle knew it when he hit him on the toe.
Well, he hobbled off.
Not good.
Shanawaz Dahani, lovely bowler, good pace, very skillful. Multan Sultan's Andy Flower, his coach, speaks very highly of him. Great over. Just one from it. Netherlands going nowhere. 165 for 8.
Strong हो गई है ना?
नई पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रांग. तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान.
It's special inside.
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस, मगर ग्रिप total loss. सर्विस टाइल्स लगवाओ और रोड ट्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ.
Slip in play. Pakistan want off this pitch. They want their lunch and they want to get batting, get chasing a low score. He wants to keep strike. Bowlers ends a chance. Good fielding. Netherlands regrouping, revisiting the target. What can they try and get to here? Just under 9 overs left. What can they realistically manage?
You've got to look at 60 more on this. So maybe 230 if they can put a bit of a partnership together. if Arian Duck can hang in with Bus Later, he has shown an ability to go big at the back end of innings. So they've got to look at something like that. If you 180 all out, you 180 all out.
Well, you're not 180 all out, but you're 166 for 9. That's a beauty. Nawaz is having a wonderful afternoon.
Beautiful delivery from Nawaz, drifting in. That breeze assisting him from that air.
ये चलते हैं आम टायर के मुकाबले में 40% तक ज्यादा ग्रिप सर्विस जैसी तो फिक्र कैसी
फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले हवा आने दे गर्मी भगा ठंड रख स्प्राइट
क्या स्टाइल है बॉस मगर ग्रिप टोटल लॉस सर्विस टायर्स लगवाओ और रोड ग्रिप के साथ स्टाइल दिखाओ
स्ट्रांग हो गई है ना
नहीं पेप्सी अब और भी ज्यादा स्ट्रॉन्ग तो व्हाई नॉट मेरी जान
फासला रखें वरना जाया हो जाएगा दिल तो चाह रहा है इसको घुमा घुमा के तू टेंशन ना ले हवा आने दे
On in the wars, unusual pads on the trousers, Quinton de Kock style. There was a sound, just bat hitting pad. Rather strange in this day and age, you see the keeper with pads under the trousers.